Today is day 15 of Valorant Champions and we have one match for today. This is DRX versus OpTic and it's a lower final, so the loser will finish champions in 3rd place and the winner will verse Loud in the grand final. Hard to pick a favorite here to be honest, even though it's a best of 5, both teams have pretty extensive map pools. All 5 maps for this series are Bind for OpTic, Breeze for DRX, Fracture for OpTic, Ascent for DRX, and then Haven as the decider. DRX are going for an Astra on Bind rather than a Brimstone, which is a little unusual, but since it's OpTic's map pick and OpTic were expected to win this one, it's not too surprising that DRX are doing something unexpected. First thing I want to show for Bind is this round from Marco.
Really felt favored in terms of the player advantage. Pop flash play through around the corner. Mako again. FNS is just hiding inside the pit. He is so weak, but everyone's got past him. And a little bit of damage will do it. And Marv aims to just try and make something of it. Still FNS picking the timings well. Down to that 1v1. Mako versus Marv. The head-to-head control of players. And just the angles found. Marv withers the shot.
Huge clutch from him. What was also huge in Bind though is this round from FNS.
Right into a potential trap and still they lay claim to the site. But FNS on the backstab. What a spray. The spike is denied. One after another.
You can see that the ping has come through on default. He sprays it, gets the kill, and 2 more just for good measure. So as expected, OpTic did end up winning Bind. One thing that wasn't expected was FNS going pretty crazy. I mean, he had 250 ACS on the Viper, when otherwise you'd almost always see him at the bottom of the scoreboard for his team being the IGL. And I mean, obviously he's not a bad player, but I wanted to highlight this performance from him on Bind. Now we're headed to Breeze for map 2, and it is DRX's map pick, so they're probably the favorite here. And we do have a mirror matchup in terms of the team comps. OpTic are not trying to breach again. The first thing I want to show for Breeze is this lineup, or not even really a lineup, just this shock dart from Crashies. We only have the replay. Unfortunately, we didn't see this in real time, but you can see the Viper snakebite and orb is there as well. Very well rehearsed by OpTic. With the orb there, the snakebite, the shock dart comes in and one-shots anyone who happens to be on the snakebite, which is 2 DRX players in this case. And another good round from Crashies was round 9. Again, unfortunately, only a replay.
OpTic that are playing much better than the last 3 times we've seen them on Breeze at Champs.
Nice little 4K from him. And in case you're wondering how OpTic were feeling through this game,
yo, what I just did to Mako, this kid's retiring after this game. I'm 30, bro.
they were clearly feeling themselves. So OpTic do end up actually taking Breeze as well, very convincingly, 13-5. Yay and Crashies in particular had a very good map here, and I feel like this is the OpTic that wins championships. Now we're on Fracture for map 3. These are 2 of the best Fracture teams in the world, so whatever happens, it should be a good map. For Fracture, Marco was pretty huge.
Taken, that's off the Prowler and stunned up. Mako, you absolute demon! One after another.
Unfortunately, doesn't end up getting the ace since Ye spends the rest of the round saving the orb. And then round 20 was very back and forth.
Fault line is going to be stunned up, but it's a play for a player. Now the nightfall into the flash. A play was attempted. The trade is there though. And now Victor taking space in their spawn. It's a complete wraparound. It's a complete pivot. They flipped the positioning on them, but with only 29 seconds left, it's a hard ass. Still Crashies will lock down the angle, but Mako will not be denied. Spotted into the smoke.
He got caught and he still got away with one.
And OpTic is so indecisive. They don't know where to land with this one. The spike is in no man's land. They have to take it onto the side. The Stacks ready and waiting and drop to the floor. He's all but secured it. 7 seconds left. Just has to buy the time. And it's down to Buzz. It has to be stuck.
How on earth did Marv get that down?
Time now against the Buzz. Wants to take the fight. Marved. Ice cold.
Very close round. Marco single-handedly dragged DRX to a win on Fracture, and that's not even saying that the rest of the team played badly. He just couldn't do any wrong. I mean, he had 370 ACS on Brimstone. This guy was going wild. Ascent is up next for map 4, and it was DRX's map pick, although by this point in a best of 5, whose pick it is becomes a bit meaningless. Ye is also playing the Jet, which we haven't seen for a while. One round I wanted to show for Ascent was round 12.
Out as well. No ability is going to be able to use here by Crashies. Did he just not anticipate it? The knife was out, man. But Victor looks like to be the playmaker. Has to try and make the moves and has a TP recontest. That was an attempt by Marv as well to try and play back with Victor. Now the knowledge is there from him, and another pop flash play. This guy has been a bit of a miracle worker for them.
Buzz was thinking about going and trying helping RB there and trading FNS. Zest is tucked behind this Cosmic Divine as well.
On shot, finds the target, finds the mark to the cranium. Wider swing out, and Zest is still tucked. Surely the pressure's being applied. Moves backwards. Smoke gonna be dashed across. The spray down, he's got his ult. The Dart team down. As long as he stays alive here. Marved, what can you do to win this? Surely it's not winnable. It has to be the stick from Marved. Hunter's Fury as well. TP up top. Marved the playmaker. Tries to make him a time, has been bought. Expert.
I think Zest jumping up out of the site there is such a good play. Now we're going to have to look at the replay of these, but I'm pretty sure in this round, EA decided blatantly hacking. This second kill is pretty good. Take a look at this third kill.
In the pull. And check this one out. Fully revealed up.
Checking PC right now. So DRX ended up taking Ascent pretty convincingly, and this time it was Buzz's turn to go insane. 26 kills, 386 ACS. He looked very, very good on the Jet, and Ye's Jet wasn't bad by any means, but Buzz's was definitely a lot better. So we're going to the 5th map of this series, which is Haven. It's interesting that OpTic are still going for their team comp with the Phoenix and 2 Sentinels, so we'll see how that works out for them. The first thing I want to show for Haven is this absolutely insane play by RB.
In fact, even the ultimate being committed here. What? Spray down! To turn it into the 1v1, and he gets the right read. Doesn't know to pick up the rifle. Wants to play fast into this one, because he knows RB's low. And the warbangs. 5 bullets. Surely he goes for his RB swing!
1 HP clutch with RB, let alone those first shots that he hit. Absolutely wild. This 5v5 pistol retake was very important.
No more utility. It has to come down to the fights being taken. And the crossfire set up with the pistols. Obviously just too good for it. Marved. Pushing inside of the smoke. Maybe overstepping himself just a tad. A reflank at play here by FNS. Has to try and make some mark. The horn over the top. DRX. They seem to be just barreling their way through. And FNS is now found out. He's now known. But survived the classics. Missing in the shots. DRX take them.
So DRX ended up taking it. But then this happened on the next round.
He's going to be taking contact now, and not enough space granted to him. Dashes back away, Cloudburst cutting it up, but still the shots are found. He's given the right angle at the back of the site with a frenzy at play, and at hand Marved, ripping them apart. But Mako's still alive, and it is just down to Marved with the Bulldog.
1v1.
Anything's possible in the 1v1. 4 kills for him.
And then in this round, DRX were on a Thrifty.
And a hot Hansen to the back of the Nanoswarm is a set play. Curveball as well. Buzz has been dealt with. 2 kills for Victor. The spray down in action once more. A rolling thunder. This is the last chance for DRX. Disrupt the play. Victor holds down. He locks the angles through. And it's all on the shoulders of RB. But OpTic, moments away from carving their rightful spot in the grand finals. And
Almost an anticlimactic ending, seeing as DRX were on a Thrifty there. So OpTic do end up taking Haven. Victor's Phoenix actually looks really, really good. You can see that he match MVP'd, so maybe the Phoenix isn't so bad here after all. This map overall was quite good, a lot of moments throughout it. But then as for the series as a whole, the first 2 maps felt very dominated by OpTic, then the 3rd and 4th map felt very dominant from DRX, and the 5th map was close to wrap it all up. So now DRX are eliminated from champions, they finish in 3rd place. Now we have a Loud versus OpTic grand final, the 3rd time these 2 teams are playing each other just at this tournament. And yeah, I mean, Loud versus OpTic, what a cool matchup that no one has ever seen before. So excited for this.